What's good, everybody? It's your main man, druuill, and I'm back at you with another message. So let's talk about it. What we have to discuss today is something that I know everybody deals with from time to time. So this is why I brought it up for discussion. Demons don't have anything going for them, and the chosen ones do. That's why they hate on you. People who don't have anything going for them, when they tend to be around other people who do have things going for them, it tends to bother them because when people are worried about other people instead of themselves, they don't see themselves with what other people see themselves with. And the reason why people have things is because they do things and because people see themselves with things. So if you see yourself having a certain lifestyle, if you see yourself having certain possessions, if you see yourself doing certain things that you like to see yourself doing, then you're going to work towards them. It's going to be a drive that pushes you to get things done. It's going to be something that drives you to get things completed. You're going to have a set schedule for yourself for you to do what you need to do so that way you could implement your plan and achieve your goals. But unfortunately, people who don't do that, all they do is waste their time in ways that they may either find enjoyment or they may just be sitting around not doing anything, or they may not be using their time wisely, but it's something that they're not doing. Because when you see people who have, you see people who do things. When you see people who don't have, you see people who haven't done certain things. So that's why it's important to do something. That's why I make it an effort to make sure that I do something so that way I could have something. All right. I have to be doing something. I can't not do anything, because when you don't do anything, that's when you become bitter. That's when you become resentful with yourself. And then if you resent yourself in your own life, you're going to become resentful of everything and everyone. So you have to be doing something. You have to be growing. You have to be learning. You have to be self-educating. You have to be moving in the right direction, even if it's on your own. You have to keep going forward any way that you can. Any way that you can take a step forward, you take that step forward. Because if you just stand still and don't do anything, you're going to be stuck in the same spot, and you're going to be stuck in the same um, position, and you're not going to be moving in any direction. All right. So if you want to be like that, you're going to end up becoming hateful, and you're going to becoming an irritated, angry person because you don't have the things that you want in life. And I mean, even if you don't have it and you work towards it, you'll be happier than the person that's just sitting around not doing anything, contemplating on the fact that I don't have this. When you sit there and contemplate on the fact that I don't have this, you're going to draw more things for you to not have. When you tell yourself that you have things and you're grateful for what you have, and you see better things for yourself, you're going to draw those things to you. Those things are going to flow to you. All right, opportunities for you to get those things are going to flow to you. People are going to flow to you to help you put yourself in position to get those things. Because if you ask God for something, if you told God to do something for you, and you hold on to that vision, you hold on to that prayer, you hold on to that dream, He will do it for you. All right. It may not be on your time, but it's going to be on His time. And God's time always works. God's time is always perfect. You may not be ready for it. You may have got it and not know what to do with it, not know what to do with it. You may have not been able to handle it at the particular time when you thought you needed it. But God sees when we need things, and He's going to give it to us when it's going to be perfect timing for us, and when everything's going to align, and when everything's going to work out, and when we're ready for it, and when we deserve it most. So keep working diligently. All right. Don't sit around. Don't be upset. Don't worry about what you don't have. Don't focus on what you don't have. Don't focus on lack, because those things are going to eat up your energy and take away your creative abilities, because they're going to eat at your mind, and it's going to stop you from being able to think. You're not going to be able to think clear, and it's going to make you frustrated when you go to try to work on yourself, or when you go try to have peace, or when you go try to meditate or focus on manifesting things in your life. You're not going to be able to pay attention to what it is you're doing. So you want to be able to have a still, clear, quiet mind. And to be able to have a still, clear, quiet mind, you're going to be able to have to be at peace, and you're going to be able to have to envision the reality for yourself that you want and believe that it can happen, instead of focusing on the fact that you're not there yet or it's not right in front of your face. And also, since the demons don't have anything going for them and they see you working towards having something for you, it's going to be something that they can't stand. It's going to be something that they're not able to be a part of because they don't understand how you can not have anything and develop things. They don't understand how you can not have anything and work towards better. They don't understand where you're finding the motivation to become motivated and you don't have the things that you're supposed to have. All right. They don't understand that that they can work their way up from where they're at. All they see is that they don't have it. All they see is that they're at ground zero. All they see is that they're not cool. All they see is that they're a loser, and they see other people living their life. At one point in time, I called myself a loser when I woke up in the morning, but I stopped that. I said, you know what? There has to be something better that I could say about myself to myself so I could feel better about myself. Now, whenever I say something that's unbecoming or something that I wouldn't want to be or I wouldn't want to say about myself, I take it back or I stop myself because you really do hurt yourself when you say bad things about yourself. And we all beat ourselves up from time to time. But chosen ones, we know that from the conditioning and from the renewing of our mind, we've strengthened our mind to the point that whenever a bad thought tries to come out of our mind and use itself against us, we know that it's not true. We may say something bad about ourselves, but what we deep down inside, we know that's not true. Oh man, I can't do that. You know you can. Oh man, I'm not good just because it's not working out right this second. But you know you're good at that. So make sure you watch your thoughts because you don't want to end up being like the demons out here and not being able to create the reality that you want. And sometimes you have to start from the bottom. Sometimes you have to build your way up. Sometimes you have to start over. Sometimes you may lose it all and you have to start from scratch. There's nothing wrong with that as long as you see yourself being able to make it happen. As long as you see yourself being able to construct the life that you want with your mind and with your efforts and with your time and your strategizing. Every day should be a new day for you to get up and go do something towards that goal. You should be doing some research towards that dream. There are people out there who think that what you want to do is a hobby. These demons, they think what you want to do is a hobby. All right, they think that you're not going to become successful. They think that it's just a waste of time. They don't realize because that you haven't made money off of it yet. They think that you're never going to make money off of it. Well, are you getting paid from it? No, but you are going to get paid from it. And that's something that they can't understand because they don't have faith. They're so focused on the matrix. They're so focused on, I need this, I need that. They don't have any belief in God. They don't know that God will provide. They don't know that God will make a way. They want to do it their way. They want to make their way. So they make their way and it ends up giving them a life that they don't want. They end up being unfulfilled. And then when they see you dealing with God, dealing with magic, dealing with the fullness and the freshness and the love of life, because you're stepping in your purpose and you're walking in righteousness and you're going after what the vision that God put in your mind for your life. These people tend to get jealous and upset because you're courageous enough to believe in yourself. You're fearless enough to believe in yourself. You're crazy enough to get what you want. You have to be crazy enough to go after it and get what you want. There are going to be people who don't understand your methods, who don't understand why you're living the way you're living, why you're making the choices you're making. They don't have to understand them. All they need to know is that they need to focus on themselves and worry about their success because you're focused on you and you're worried about your success. You know you are going to make it to the top. You know you are going to reach the top. You know your destiny is awaiting you. You know it. You said my destiny is waiting for me. My destiny is awaiting me. The finish line is awaiting me. We break ribbons over here on this channel. We know that we are going to reach our mark and go past that and beyond that and go even higher than that. Only a matter of time. If you do something every day, if you work on yourself every day, even if it's an inch, you're an inch further, you're an inch closer. A whole year's worth of inches is better than a whole year's worth of nothing. I'm going to say that again. A whole year's worth of taking a stab at it, making an effort is better than a whole year of not doing anything, of not accomplishing anything, not making any goals, not achieving any goals, not having anything done, not having anything accomplished. You don't want to have a whole year go past and you have nothing done. Even if you made an attempt, even if you did 25%, even if you did 50%, that's better than no percent. That's better than nothing. At least you'll start the next year with that percentage. At least you'll start the next year with that amount that you did, that amount that you have. At least you'll have something to go off of. Okay, I didn't do as much last year. I see what the amount of effort that I put in. If this is something that I take serious, if this is something that I want to do, maybe I'm gonna have to put in 50%. Maybe I have to put in 75%. Maybe I have to put in 110%. But as you go from not doing anything to doing something, the little bit that you do is going to amount to you doing more. It's going to make it easier for you to do more and more and more. Because once you keep doing that amount, you're going to be like, wait a minute, I've done this amount for so long. I could push past this because I see the amount that I've done. I see where it's got me. Let me put past this and put some more into it. And then let me put some more into it. Then let me put some more into it. And then as you start to put more into it, it's going to grow and grow and grow and keep growing. And then you're going to have something. You're going to wake up and be like, yo, I think I got something here. And then you're going to take that and that's going to motivate you to turn it into something greater and something bigger and something better. So don't end up being like the demons out here. People who are afraid to go after what they want. People who are afraid to have something going for themselves. They just want to settle for the bare minimum. When you know God said you could have it all. God said all these things you can have. All these things belong to you. Okay? God said that you could have all these things. God said you could have a nice house, you could have a nice car, you could have a nice yard, okay? You know that you deserve nice things. You know that you deserve the best out of life. And you know that you don't have to settle for the bare minimum. You know that you can create the reality that you want. You know that people are walking around stuck and trapped in the matrix, believing in lies that this won't happen and I'll never be able to do this and I can't make this happen. Your mind controls your reality. You can make happen whatever you want happen. If you work diligently towards it, if you believe in it, if you see yourself being able to achieve it, you can have it. It may take time, it may take effort, it may take trial and error, it may take failure to success and success to failure. But if you keep going and if you keep your mind on the fact that I can have this and I can do this, you're unstoppable. You've already won. You're already there. It's just going to take time for you to get there physically. If you're already there in your mind, it's only a matter of time until you have it in the physical world. Because your thoughts, your actions, your deeds, are all going to be leading up to where you want to go. Everything that you write down in a notebook, you can make happen. Take time, write this